Benzino just ruined a lot of important industry relationships when he responded back and went off on a lot of people in his reaction to what Coi Leray told Angie Martinez in their sit-down interview.
How does your father deal with the success? Because that's got to be triggering for him in a lot of ways too. Triggering, or maybe he's just proud.
You know, at first it was rocky because I felt like he couldn't handle my success. I felt like it did come from an envious place, which is okay because he's human and it's fine. But I felt like, you know, he still wants, like, he's one of those people that feels like, yo, like, I still have a story to tell. You know, I still feel like something, I have to say something. Like, no, he's like, I have to say something.
She basically said her daddy is a washed up rapper who is hating seeing her success because he still wanted to be him. He still wanted to be all up in the videos, all up in the cameras. Now, Benzino will respond back to his daughter, Coi Leray, essentially calling him a hater and saying he's envious of her, and that's where a lot of their issues stem from. Now, he would respond back in an IG caption where he essentially called it cap and say it's not true and is defamatory. But he doesn't stop at just the IG caption. Benzino continues to milk the situation some more. He would even drop a voice memo where he begins to burn bridges with a couple of industry people, including Angie Martinez and Busta Rhymes.
I thought she was gonna go to college. I didn't see her in that light. But she's very successful. I'm proud of her. I know Angie Martinez doesn't like me. I don't like her either. You know what I'm saying? But to sit there and interview my daughter and manipulate the situation, she knew what she was doing.
He says he don't like Angie Martinez, who's probably the most unproblematic person ever. Like, she doesn't bother anybody. And then he also accuses her of trying to manipulate his 25-year-old daughter and turn her against him for asking this question.
How does your father deal with the success? Because that's got to be triggering for him in a lot of ways too.
How do you get manipulation from that question? And even if she was trying to manipulate your daughter, she's 25 years old. She's able to answer a question in an interview. I don't get it. But he continues and he burns a couple more bridges.
You know, I'm not going to call her any names or anything. That there would be the old Zeno. So I'm going to keep it respectful, but she was wrong. She's a woman too, so an older woman, so she should have knew better. You don't play with people's kids, and that's what's so disheartening about this, you know. A lot of people doing, you know, the whole Busta Rhymes collaboration, like, he should have reached out to me, like, you know, you don't do no video with my daughter half naked and
It's as if he doesn't know who his daughter is. Bro, your daughter is Coi Leray. She's shaking that little patty all across the internet. So he attacks Busta Rhymes for being in a music video with Coi Leray as she's dressed like this.
We about to make them nauseous. Forget about the flaws. You know I'm gorgeous.
talk that shit.
This is one of those situations where if you had absolutely no context, you will absolutely be on Benzino's side 100%. Oh, you got an issue with a grown man being in a video with your daughter half naked? Oh, I understand. But then you add the context to it and say, okay, Coi Leray is a music artist. Busta Rhymes is a music artist. They weren't even in any scenes together. Coi Leray is 25 years old. And Coi Leray is also half naked every time she hits the internet. So you don't have an issue with your daughter wearing a jersey that says #1 slut while twerking in almost nothing, but you have an issue with Busta Rhymes doing a music video with her while she's half naked on her own choice? I don't even understand that logic, right? Like, at all. But he doesn't just stop at Busta Rhymes and Angie Martinez. He even goes up in the ranks and attack an executive at the record label that Coi Leray is signed to.
In the black community, all the fathers ain't around. So you know what? Act like he ain't around and believe me, you're going to get all the support you want. But it's backfiring. People can see through that shit now. People could see through it. Like, I was there for my daughter. I was there for my daughter's two older brothers who wasn't mine with their mother by two other from Boston who were well able-bodied and could have sent money and never sent. I'm proud to do that. Even when I didn't have the money, I was hustling. You know, Coy's mother never worked a day in her life when she was with me. A day in the 10, 12 years, never. Like, come on, man. Like, I don't want to be painted as some fucking deadbeat fucking dad when that's nowhere near the case.
At this point in his life with Tasha K, I'm with him. I understand completely, and I'm empathizing. If you were an active father, if you did everything you could for Coi Leray and her siblings, and then they get older, and now they're throwing you under the bus and saying you weren't an active father because you were doing things where you had to provide for them, I would completely understand. But I feel like where you went wrong is involving this man in y'all mess.
Let me tell you something. You know who went with her to a graduation? Fucking Monty Littman, the guy that owns Universal Republic, took her to a graduation.
To a graduation? What the?
Went with her to the graduation. She went and got a GED. She pleaded, she went to the high school. He's an alumni. He went with her. He was her escort to the shit. You see the shit that I'm going through? Like, I could just blitz the fuck out and just go but you know what? I can't. I've been taking this abuse for 5 years. The whole career has just been based on disrespecting me.
It looks like he is telling the truth in regards to Coi Leray's graduation, because a couple of photos and videos from Coi Leray graduation did unsurface, and it does look like it adds up pretty well.
These are the CEOs of Republic Records.
Now, something interesting about her graduation is she got a GED, right? She earned her GED, but she still did the commencement speech over the valedictorian because the guy who took her to graduation was an alumni of the school who had a lot of money, resources, and power. So Coi Leray did the commencement speech. Coi Leray hasn't really responded back to Benzino. I'm assuming she's handling this offline, as Benzino should have been. Now, it's unclear what is going to be the ramifications or consequences to Benzino calling out a lot of powerful people, and whether or not, him calling out those powerful people, is that going to have an effect on Coi Leray's career? We will see. And if you're still watching, man, click on this video here somewhere on my screen to find out how did he set up academics, but this quick decision he made saved his life. Click on this video here to find out what I'm talking about. Out of here, folks. Peace.